They tried to erase the signal. They pulled the plug, demonetized, censored, shadow banned. That's what they did to us. But the truth, my friend, will always find the frequency. I call this Operation Airwave Liberation because I'm not just back, I'm broadcasting from ruined. But this time, the airwaves is mine. And this time, it's uncensored. I watched them strip everything that we built. No warning, no explanation, silence, just taking everything away. 300 plus videos, deleted, all gone. And if you think this is about community guidelines, you've not been paying attention. This is a war. This is a digital gulag dressed in a terms of service type of way. They want us gone because we're saying things that they don't like. Maybe we're asking questions because we're curious. They don't like the questions we're asking. Or maybe we refuse to play nice in this echo chamber that we're in. They first hit me with the algorithm. The video is not getting enough views. Then they hit me with the monetization. Well, no money for you. But guess what? They forgot to hit my will. They thought that'll be enough. It's gonna cave and it's gonna run away. But guess what I did? I rebuilt, I rewired, I learned the game behind the curtains and see how they operate. I'm not just back. We're launching Operation Airwave Liberation. No filters, no masters, just signals. The signal they tried to block, but this time is very strong. The wind can't even penetrate through this. This, my friend, isn't just about me. It's about all of us. Every single voice that's been cancelled, clipped and used in the wrong way by the media. From now on moving forward, I'm not just creating content anymore. I'm sorry. I'm building a resistance on camera, off grid and above the algorithm. And if you are watching this, you are the resistance. This channel isn't just a platform. This is a broadcast tower for the truth. I'm glad I'm back.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show. As you already know, this is not a regular broadcast. First, I want to say happy new year. 2026 is going to be big. I know it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. We might have to talk about some big stuff that we're going to have to announce next few days to coming through. But happy new year, folks. It's coming, it's happening. We've lost a lot of people along the way through this year. I hope those guys are finding peace where they are. But for all of us here, we have to carry on and fight for this great republic. If you're tuning in, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Obviously, as you already know, we got the likes going on in London. We're gonna tune in, we're gonna check it out, we're gonna count together, me and you. We're gonna count from 5 or from 10, from 20, from 100 maybe. We'll count to 1 and then we're gonna go out there and conquer the fertile year that's ahead of us. That's 2026. So guys, tune in. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But then obviously after we do our counting, then we're gonna go and report some news. Sadiq Khan made a lot of comments he made a lot of comment today. Sadiq Khan made a lot of comments, and I think it's important for me to talk about it. Sadiq Khan tried to he made a couple comments about terrorism in the UK, and I think it's important we talk about it. I really do think it's important. I think this guy is either taking the piss or he doesn't know what he's talking about, or maybe he's just too incompetent as a whole and he needs to go. So we're going to talk about that, and also we're going to report about what's going on in Iran. I think the world has shut its eyes on Iran, just like it's shut its eyes on Sudan, just like it's shut its eyes on a lot of multiple countries that need somebody to light up their stories in the world. I think Iran is one of them today. We need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it when suddenly there's a new face, just like literally what happened in Syria. New face emerged, and then we started talking about it, and then we noticed, then we got to know that, hey, that's a terrorist. How come he got to be in power? So we want to talk about it now, and if we can influence the new face that's gonna come from Iran, I think it's important we talk about it now, because you have to know that whatever happens in the Middle East always affects us. Whatever happens in the Middle East always affects us. That's a fact. Nobody can dispute this. That's a fact. A civil war takes place, it affects us. It affects us militarily, it affects us culturally, it affects us, I mean, in every single way. Because maybe we have to send some funds there, or maybe people have to come here, or maybe we have to send our fighters and our men, and somehow we lose people, just like the Iraq war, just like the Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, all these places that we went to cost us a lot of money. So it's important for us to always talk about stuff that takes place in the Middle East. Big up to the Iranian people, they're fighting hard, so it's gonna be big. We're gonna talk about that. And then obviously we're gonna sing again, Happy New Year, and then we're gonna end the show, and we're gonna see how the channel and yourself, how the year is gonna go for all of us. And yeah, it's gonna be important. So let's see what's going on, guys. Any New Year's plan? That's right, I am with you there. Fuck the rest of the world, the UK first. That's where I am today. I think that's where I am. I got to the point where I don't give a fuck about any other country. I don't care about what's going on. When I really don't care about what's happening in any other land apart from Britain. That's where we are. That's our country. We need to fight for it. We need to talk about it. We need the world to see what's going on in Britain. So yeah, so fuck the rest of the world. We need to talk about what's going on in Britain. But the reason why I'm going to talk about Iran today is not because I mean, I really care about the people out there, but I don't really know that many. But I think there's a fight. They're fighting, and I think that fight affects us as well, because we obviously were involved. The West is always involved. When the the revolution happened in 1979. Sorry, before then, when stuff was taking place, preparing for that, the West, the Islamists, the small little Islamist group, and the communists were always in bed together, and then they thought that if they were to topple the Shah, they're gonna go out there and they're gonna basically fund like a little. Oh, is it firework now? It is fireworks. So. Oh, it is. It's Happy New Year. Sorry, I'm talking too much. This is huge. Huge. Happy New Year, folks. We made it. We freaking made it. Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Happy New freaking New Year, guys. We did it. We made it. We're here. Victorious. We stand. As always. And it's going to be huge. Next year is going to be huge. Well, obviously this year now. Your calendar has changed. It's 1st of January right now. It's not longer what you're gonna do next year. No, it's happening now. It's here. So whatever you're planning to do this year, it starts today, right now. Let's get going. Let's get going. Those lights look beautiful. You just gotta love it. Look at that. I'm not a big fan of lights, but these look nice. It's like a song. Beautiful, beautiful, freaking beautiful. Happy New Year, folks. Happy freaking New Year. It's important that I spend it with you. Happy New Year. I hope you guys conquer your goals this year, starting from now. If you're planning to get that six-pack, I hope you get it by the 5th of January. If you're planning to get that million in the bank, I hope you get it by February. I don't know what you're gonna be doing to get that fast, but okay, make sure it's illegal. Make sure it's legal, right? But if you're planning to get that house this year, make sure you get it. If you're planning to get that, I hate it when it's all materialistic type of goals. But if you're planning to get well with your health, if you're planning to spend more time with your family, I hope you get that time to spend with your family. If you're planning to go see different places, if you're planning to travel around the world, I hope you get time to incentivize yourself with that, because you do deserve it. So, Happy New Year, folks. Look at the lights. Look at that. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Doesn't that make you want to fight for Britain more than ever? When you see this, don't you want to fight? Don't you want to make sure this happens every year? The lights, the culture, everything that we have here that is slowly eroding, slowly being captured by foreign entities, slowly being sold off by our representative. Don't you want to fight? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Tell me which country can do that. Only Great Britain. Actually, next year I want to go and see in real life, to be fair. This looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. Beautiful. Happy New Year, folks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year, folks. It's happening. We're doing it. Happy freaking New Year. This is the year, folks. This is the fucking year. This is it. No more effing around anymore. No more tiptoeing on our journalism. No more tiptoeing on our expose. No more. This is the year. No more voting for no more tricks. No more being programmed this year. This is it. We're not gonna fall for it anymore. We're not gonna fall for these wolves in sheep's clothing. None of that. This time we're gonna make the right decision. This time we're gonna let the people who actually care. 2026 is ours, 100%. That's correct. 100%. It's ours. Starting from today. This is it, folks. That's right. 2026 is the year of our revolution. That's right. It's the year to put Great Britain first. I mean, real Britain first. But I do not want to get political here, but I can't stop it. The reason why we can do this, the reason why we can have all these lights is because of what we had. And I'm glad that we've kept this alive. But the way we're going, it looks like this won't happen. Maybe 2030, no more lights. Because look how many countries had to cancel the Christmas festival season. Look how many countries had to cancel the New Year's lights celebration. Look how many countries had to do that in the West. So the way we're going, it looks like this might not be happening. It won't happen anymore. So this year we have to fight harder than ever. We have to put the country back on the map for sure. And no more foreign flags in our protest. No more foreign flags in our demonstration. No more. Don't you tired when you go to the town center and all you see is foreign flag? When you go to Scotland, you see foreign flag. You go to Wales, you see foreign flag. You go to, you go to London, you see foreign flag. You go to Northern Ireland, you see foreign flag. Where is Britain? Why is there not a British flag everywhere? Beautiful. This is beautiful, folks. Oh, it's intensifying. I don't know about the quality on this one, but whew. Beautiful. That was insane. That is All right. Now let's get to the news. All right, enough of these lights. I think this is one of the problems as well. Although I want to protect this, although we should fight very hard to protect what we already have here, but I think this is also one thing that distracts us because we like having distractions. We like going out there and get drunk. We like going out there and forget that we have important things to fight for, like our culture, like the country that slowly being lost. I mean, slowly. It's not even slowly anymore. It's going so fast. It's not slow anymore. So I think it's important for us to get into the news. Now, of course, you're looking at these lights, but you want to know how many police officers had to turn up to make sure this event went according to its planning. I'm going to show you some videos. Very strange how many police officers, not just normal police officers, not just guys with, with a platoon, not just guys with a stick or anything. No, guys with real machine guns ready to go. And you're thinking, hey, this is New Year's. I mean, what are you guys expecting? Are you guys expecting somebody to turn up shooting around? Is that what you guys expect? Probably yes. And how did we get to this situation where this is something that our armed police officers have to expect? Well, you do your own calculations. And then we're going to talk about Sadiq Khan. He claims the reason why the police officers had to turn up with guns ready to protect their people is because the terrorists in the country today are quote unquote jealous of our diversity. I mean, I'm not making it up, folks. That's Sadiq Khan. He's saying basically the reason why people would want to hurt the citizens here in the UK is because we have a beautiful thing that these terrorists basically want to destroy, and that is our diversity. That's what Sadiq Khan thinks. He thinks the reason why we have, terrorist attack in Southport, the reason why we had a terrorist attack recently in Manchester is because we have a beautiful diversity in the Western world, according to Sadiq Khan. But first, let me show you the videos of how many police officers had to turn up to make sure this went according to plan. I mean, it is just terrifying. It's terrifying. I wouldn't send my daughter out here to go and be like, hey, daughter, go out there and enjoy the lights. And then I see these type of police officers turning up. I mean, if you add 2 and 2 together, you'll be like, hey, why are they turning up? Is it because something might happen? Maybe. But here's the video. Let's check it out. So this right now is obviously before the lights. Can you see how many armed police officers had to turn up? Look at that. That is just for them to go to one post. We had snipers up there on the roof. We had all sort of equipment that was needed to make sure this went according to plan. Where are we living now? Are we in Afghanistan where we think, oh, the Taliban might come out of nowhere? Are we in like Syria where we think, oh, ISIS might come out of nowhere? This is the amount of people need to turn up for us to see the lights now. Yeah, so much tension. And here's what Sadiq Khan says about this. Here's what he said about this. Sadiq Khan says the reason why these police officers had to turn up is because... But before we get to Sadiq Khan, here's obviously the Met Police responded to this and they said, I quote, they responded to this video of the police officer going to their post. They said, I quote, these officers provide with armed security for Parliament and Downing Street. They are walking into Whitehall to assume their post for the night and doing so on foot due to the road closure in the area as a part of the New Year Eve operation. It is a pre-planned move. It's a pre-planned move and not a response to any specific incident that took place at that place in the area. So they're saying, hey, this was long planned, but police officers had to turn up. I mean, I get it. All right. Okay, police officers, but with guns? I mean, what are they expecting might happen? What are they expecting? Somebody will do something crazy that they're going to have to use their guns? Yeah, I guess you add that together yourself. But here's what Sadiq Khan says. The reason why we needed to have, the reason why we have terrorist attacks in the UK now is because, well, there's more. It's because, all right, let's find this video. Oh, there he is. He doesn't miss, doesn't he? Sadiq Khan he really, literally doesn't miss. This guy is unapologetically like just awful. I actually don't know how this guy has been elected 3 times. It's on his 3rd term right now. So they asked him about terrorist attack during this, New Year's celebration, and here's what he says.
As well, it's going to be a great 15 minutes. But the great thing about these fireworks is it's a chance for us to showcase our great city to the world. So there is a serious point as well to a great night of fun.
And from a security point of view, it's a massive undertaking, 100,000 people on the banks of the Thames. Are there any extra measures in place this year? I mean, how complex an operation is this for you guys?
Well, unfortunately, we know there are bad people that want to cause us harm. We saw what happened in the synagogue in Manchester when Jewish people were killed for no other reason but their faith. We saw what happened on Bondi Beach when Jewish Australians were celebrating Hanukkah. So we've got to be cognizant of us being a target. Why are we a target? Because of our diversity, because we respect each other, because we believe in pluralism. And so the police work incredibly hard with the security services and others. People who come here tonight will see uniformed officers. They won't see the covert work taking place. They'll see the stewards, and they won't see the hard work taking place as well. It's going to be a great 15 minutes. But the great thing about these fireworks is it's a chance for us to showcase.
You heard him. You heard this guy. You heard this small little small little minion. He says the reason why we needed security guards there, the reason why we need hundreds of people, hundreds of armed police officers with machine guns, is because the terrorists in the country that we have obviously imported, and also we have festered here, we have harvested, I'll say, here in the UK, it's because these terrorists are somehow jealous of our diversity that we have. And then he used the Bondi Beach incidents as an example. He used the Manchester attack synagogue as an example. That's the reason why this terror attack want to hurt us. They want to harm us because we have beautiful, beautiful diversity here. According to Sadiq Khan, that's the reason why terrorists in the country want to harm us. I mean, guys, am I wrong to say this guy is full of shit? Am I actually wrong to say this guy is full of shit, guys? For real. I think this guy is full of himself. And he says it with so much, with so much proud in his face. He says it with so much conviction, I have to add. To the point where you think like, maybe this guy is serious. Maybe that could be the reason why people want to attack the United Kingdom, and the terrorist attack, the terrorist plotting that our police have worked really hard. I have to give them credit to stop in the last couple of years. Maybe the reason why people, maybe we see these guys with guns trying to go and plan to kill people in the UK is because we have a beautiful, beautiful diversity. And I'm sure some people at home who watched this clip probably sat there thinking that is correct. I'm sorry, Susie, he's lying to you. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sorry, Mohammed. I'm sorry, Adam. What sort of names that we have? Mohammed obviously is the lead, it's the newborn, the most common name, newborn baby now. So I'm sorry, Mohammed. This guy's lying to you. But this is where we are. This guy is actually full of himself. He's full of himself. Full of himself. Hard. Now, when you go out this, you will see this. Imagine this many police officers had to turn up for this event. It's just, I mean, obviously I agree with this. Labour out 2026. Yeah, finally we can get them out. But this is what this is what's happening. Sadiq Khan has lost. He's full of himself, man. He's actually full of himself. He doesn't know what's going on anymore. And everything that he has to say Almost every single thing that takes place in London is because of that diversity. Every single thing. Oh, they want to arm us because we have a beautiful diversity. Oh, they want to do this because we have... Really? You know, the fact that he mentioned the terrorist attack in Bondi Beach, he didn't really say it was the Islamists who did it. He didn't even say the ideology that we need to attack. The ideology that needed to be, you know, that needs to be basically rooted out from this country. He didn't really address that. You know, then he mentioned the synagogue attack. I mean, could you tell me, Sadiq Khan, why somebody will feel justifiable for them to go out there and attack somebody in the synagogue? Why? And what sort of mindset, and what's the indoctrination that has to take place, and who's to blame? Which ideology is to blame? To why somebody would want to go and attack a Jewish person in the synagogue? To why somebody would want to go attack babies and, you know, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers who are out there in the beach just celebrating Hanukkah? Why? Could you address that, Sadiq Khan? You probably wouldn't, right? Because it would be very hard for you. So you would just say, hey, they're attacking us because of diversity. All right, this guy is full of shit, man. I'm telling you, this guy is full of shit. All right, folks. Again, this year, all of that will change for sure. This year, all of that will change. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy New Year again. Before we move to the next story, Happy New Year. Do you guys want to see the New Year's in Paris? Do you guys want to see that? Do you guys want to see the New Year's in Paris as well? Paris is, you know, they got the lights going on. They're also doing the lights. Edinburgh did the lights as well. Beautiful, beautiful in Edinburgh too. Yeah, I mean, a lot around the country, around the world did their lights. I think Britain's lights were best. Obviously we always do best. And that's why it's important to fight for it and protect it. Oh, you guys want to see the stuff that took place in Paris? Is it even live anymore? I think it's done now. Paris New Year's. Oh, where's it gone? Okay, we can play this. Paris New Year's. All right, Paris New Year's. We can play this. Let's do this. All right, Paris. It has a very low resolution. I don't know if these guys are restreaming it from someone else, but it really does have very low resolution. Paris. Paris, the African city. Somebody said, "Oh God." Yes, that's what I mean, Paris. So let's check these guys out. This is Paris right now. But it seems more edited in a sense where it doesn't look real. This is Paris. I don't know why they had to play music on top of it. It's kind of annoying. All right, should we address what's going on in Iran? Yes or no, folks? And address it from the Britain type, you know, point of view, where it's like, you know, just reporting it, but in a sense where it's like, hey, keep that trouble over there. We have enough trouble here already. Should we talk about what's going on in Iran? I think it's important. I also think it's important. I think the world needs to share light what's going on in Iran. I just put a poll over there. Should we talk about what's happening in Iran? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's get voting. Let's get voting. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're liking the channel. This is, I mean, it's 2026 now. There's no saying, hey, in 2026 we're gonna do this. I mean, we're doing it right now. So we're gonna be broadcasting hard this year. We're gonna be copying from big folks, from the big guys over there. We're gonna be investing hard on the channel. So I'm asking you to do one thing: just subscribe and leave everything else on our side, and we'll take care of it. And of course, if you want to support the channel, of course, you can always donate or do a super chat, whatever you want to do. It does help massively on the channel. It does help, but yeah, just make sure you just subscribe. And I think, you know. All right, the polls is in. All right, 33 people have voted. Let's get to 50 people. Somebody says, not tonight, Barack. It's New Year's. Come on, mate. Chill out a bit. So if we get to 50 votes, then obviously we'll see what the votes are saying. Let's get to 50 votes on the poll about if we should talk about Iran or not. Once we get to 50 votes, then we'll look at the polling, and you know, whoever wins, then whichever one wins. If it's yes, then we talk about it. If it's no, then we won't talk about it. All right, cool. 50 people have voted, and it is yes. 67% say yes. Somebody says no. I feel a little bit peace tonight. All right, folks, what do you want? Do you want to, like, you see, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. We've got to the point where all we want to do is just chill and relax. That's why we got into this situation in the first place, because all we do is just chill and relax, and we don't want to confront the big elephant in the room. Now, what's happening in Iran, it's not just happening in Iran. It's also, it might happen here too. And the fact that you guys don't want to look at the problem abroad, I mean, it makes sense why we don't even confronting the problem here. Look at Minnesota. Look at what's going on in Minnesota. This big issue. You think that's not happening here? You think there's no... Well, I mean, look at all these hair salons. They are always open. The hair salons are always open. How do you think they make money? Well, I don't know. Is it fraudulent? I'm not sure. I can't really say until somebody goes out there and busts them like Nick Shirley did in Minnesota. So that's happening here. And when we look at what's going on in Iran and we say, oh, we don't want to talk about it, oh, we don't want to look at it. Well, that's the problem. Maybe that's the reason why we're in this situation where we are. That's the reason why we're in this situation today. Most people don't like confrontation. Yes, they don't. We like to hide like cowards and run away and just say, oh, I'm not going to look at it. It's going to go away. No, it's not going to go away. You need to confront it like a man or like a woman. You need to confront it. With the force that it deserves. And I'm not going to spend my time, I'm not going to talk too much about Iran, because obviously it's a country that has, I mean, it's a big country, folks. I mean, yeah, look at somebody just said hotels, the food, the delivery. Yeah, you think all these guys who are driving bikes around, all these guys, I mean, delivery itself, it brings 2 billion pounds in the UK economy. That's a lot of money, folks. And all these guys who are always just, on the bike and they're out there, they're speeding around on a bike, and somehow they don't even have a passport. They don't even speak English. They're just delivering shit. Well, do you think there's no fraud going on there? You think there's no fraud? Of course there is. Nobody has looked at it. So every time when we say, oh, we don't want to look at this thing, well, it's the reason why we're in this place today. It's the fucking reason why we're in this place. All right, now let's talk about Iran. Just a little bit. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I'm not going to talk about it too much because I see a lot of a lot of people are just sensationalizing it and just milking the cow, I should say. And they're just having fun with it, which I think that's extremely disingenuous, because a lot of people have been killed in Iran, not just today, but obviously during the takeover, the revolution. Since the revolution, a lot of people have died. And today, a couple of people have been pronounced dead. So for us to sit here and sensationalize it, or for us to sit here and just ignore it, I think that is not good. It's not good. I'm always going to tell you the truth, folks. I looked at this and I think the Iran situation is way bigger. It's going to be way bigger than 2015. This from 2011 to 2015-16. The what you call it? The uprising that took place starting in 2011 to 15, where we see massive of refugees coming from sub-Saharan Africa and the Middle East. I think the Iran situation, if it goes wrong, it's gonna be worse, folks. I'm telling you here, it's gonna be worse. And of course, I support the Iranian people. I think they need to fight for their rights. They need to fight for their country. I think that's important. They need to do that. I'm not gonna take that right away. But if it's not done correctly, it might spill over here like it always does. The Arab Spring, the uprising that started in 2011, they toppled Muammar Gaddafi, they toppled multiple leaders, they toppled the guy from Egypt in 2013, and they toppled a lot of people. And where did all these people go? Well, they went to the Western countries. Europe had to take some. They had to take their fair shares, right? Germany had to take almost I think 900 Syrians went to Germany. So many went to Australia, had to take their part. Almost every single person had to take their part. And when you look at Syrian population is what, 26 million? Comparing that to Iran, 92 million. Bro, that's big trouble right there. So we have to talk about this issue, because if it doesn't go right, especially with the leadership that we have in the country, guess where they're going to go? Guess where the refugees will go? There you go. So we have to talk about it. It's important. So let's talk about it. So in Iran, you see, when I don't have too many videos to show you here, I'm just going to tell you. So there used to be these little groups, right? During the Shah was obviously, they had the kings. The Shah was out there doing his thing, leading the country, whatever he was doing. Obviously, I wasn't born. You probably wasn't born. Maybe you was, but there was these little groups. There was like communists, and Islamists. They were in bed together before the revolution. They were in bed together, making promises, saying, hey, we're going to make an alliance and we're going to topple these leaders and we're going to come together. And you and I, the communists and the Islamists, they were promising each other that you and I will come together and we're going to make some coalitions, and we're going to build the country up the way we want it to be. And of course, the revolution took place. And guess what the Islamists did? They kicked the communists out, the normal working class Iranians who thought they're going to have communists there. communist regime there. They got kicked out. The Islamists took over, and they obviously announced the Islamic Revolutionary Guard there. And of course, obviously, let's skip till today. I mean, we can go through the sanction where United States started sanctioning them. The UN started sanctioning them since 2010. The Europe started sanctioning them in 2011, but they were always protesting against the sanction that US was doing to them. But US was always sanctioning them, right? But then Europe started sanctioning them heavily in the early 2000s. But before, in the 90s, it was only US and UN. But now they are basically sanctioned by almost all the countries. United Kingdom have heavily sanctioned them we've frozen the assets. We've sanctioned them on the finance, and also we've sanctioned them on trade. US have sanctioned them on anything. No goods can go from US to Iran. No goods can come from Iran to US. So basically, it's blackout, nothing. And of course, when in regards to the nuclear programs, that's been very tough. They've sanctioned them on heavy stuff, everything. Now, obviously, as a country, if you can't trade from the outside, if you can't take your goods outside and trade to the biggest market, which happens to be United States of America, obviously, what do you think will happen? I mean, your economy won't grow, so your currency will just fall, and that's what's going on in Iran. The currency has fell. First, the protest started with just businessmen closing their shop, because I mean, you can't sell a bread for £500, folks. And if people are working, they're not earning enough to afford bread. I mean, so the protest began with just businesses saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna sell. I'm gonna shut my shop as a protest to this currency and this economy." So they shut their shop and they went to protest, and then they called upon students to take place. Students also came out and started protesting, and that was interesting. And when students came out and started protesting, obviously now it's a big thing. Start going on, and now today, let's move on to today, where a couple of people have been pronounced dead. And it's just intensifying. I think it's important for me to show you some videos. It has intensified in Iran. And we have we have a lot of people who wants to take power. Well, not a lot of people, but we have one prominent figure. Reza Pahlavi. We have one prominent figure who wants to, obviously, who's calling for the Iranian people to go off and, and do and push until the regime fall. But that's a problem within itself, and I'm going to talk about it later on. But I want to show you the videos that's coming out from Iran first, because I'm going to talk about it, but let's look at this. So if you look at this is Iran today. This video just came out less than an hour ago. I don't know what time it's in Iran, but it's nighttime. It's midnight right now. It's nighttime. It's probably about like 3 a.m. But this is the videos that's coming out. Young students, as I mentioned, were called out to come, and obviously the top part, and this is what's going on. Look at the image that's coming out from there. Huge. It's no longer just a normal protest. Look at this. They've burnt the basis of the regime. Huge. They're shouting death to Khomeini. They're shouting death to Khomeini right now. Look at this, folks. This is no longer a joke. This is a street full of normal working class people, students, businessmen, aunties, grandmas. They're turning up to the street, saying no, we don't want it anymore. So this is serious, folks. This is it. So there's a lot of things going on. These videos are coming out. Obviously, there's some deadly ones who obviously people are being, shot with rubber bullets, and a young man, 22-year-old, was pronounced, has been announced dead. So there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things happening. And now let me talk about why I am very on the edge on this, especially on this topic here. Because here's the thing, yeah. If Iran goes down, so let's just talk about it. If Iran goes down, the the revolution, the Islamic revolution falls. They go down. Now, who's gonna take over? Well, a lot of you guys will probably say, yeah, Reza Pahlavi is destined to take over, is destined to rule. The country is his, and he meant to take power. So, okay, what if that fails? And actually, I want to go with it. What if it works? It works. Reza Pahlavi goes, he travels back to Iran. He takes over Iran, and he's gonna, clean the mess. He's gonna clean the mess, come up with new laws, come up with new new ways of doing stuff, new branch of government, all these sort of things. He's gonna pick new people, new faces, and boom, the country's ready to go. But no one is asking the question of where will the Islamists and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, where will they go? Nobody's asking that question, because they're not just gonna go away. They're not just gonna be like, hey, I give up. Oh, we've lost. All right, I'm gonna book a trip to North Korea. Oh, I'm gonna book a trip to Moscow. Maybe the big guys will go. Maybe 10, 15, 20, 100 people will go to Moscow if Putin wants them. Or maybe they'll go to North Korea. Or maybe they'll go to China, whatever country that wants to have them. Because I think the West won't be as welcoming. I hope not. I hope not. But I'm open to surprises, though. But there's hundreds of people who will be out there. The Islamists who will be out there. And they're going to be capturing little streets. And when they do that, they tend to cause a lot of chaos in the street that they go to. They tend to have, they tend to cause a lot of bloodshed in those streets. As we seen in Syria, the reason why 2 Americans were killed in Syria last week is because ISIS still exists. They didn't go away, because all these terrorists, organizations still exist. They don't go away. Actually, they become very deadly, because now they want to hold on to power. They become very aggressive to show their power, to show their muscle. So they're gonna just shoot people randomly. And that's what we'll see. And obviously, if you are in a country where people are getting shot randomly, you're gonna want to flee away. And where will they go? Well, the gun is pointed to us. And I'm saying that with so much. I'm being genuine there. I'm saying that in a way where I hope not. But the gun is always pointed to the West. Every single time when a Middle Eastern country is going through a problem, the gun is always pointing to us. That's why I'm at with this situation. I don't know if I should go. Of course, I support the Iranian people. I want them to rise up and obviously take their country back. It's important. But then I'm thinking, hey, please tread careful, because you're fighting the Islamists. They already pledged their allegiance to the Most High. Obviously, the person that they think is the Most High, and their cause is to die for the cause. Well, their mission is to die for the cause. You can't fight those people. it's not fair fight, because if somebody's ready to put us, is ready to wear a suicide vest on, you can't fight with those people. Somebody says send them to Mecca. I mean, really, you want to send them to Saudi Arabia? Really, you think Saudi Arabia is friendly with Iran? So that's the situation where we are. Where would they go? Of course, they're not going to go to Lebanon. If they do, that's more problem. That's more problem to Israel if they go to Lebanon. If they're not going to go to Israel, or they're not going to go to Gaza, that's more problem to Israel. They're not going to go to all these other countries that's nearby Israel. So they're going to have to go somewhere far, which is obviously the West. And obviously, as we always have this egalitarian type of mindset where we want to welcome people in and stuff. And it happens to be that might happen. Well, it looks like that might happen because there's no other Middle Eastern country is it's in a good shape to accept them. And we're talking about this is not Syria, folks. It's not Syria where it's like, it's only 38 million, 36 million people, population. So it's not Syria. This is Iran. It's 92 million people. That's a lot of people, folks. In Syria, in 2015, when the uprising took place, or before 2015, but the migration, when people start, seeking refuge and stuff, over 6 million people ran away from Syria. And what's the population of Syria? Well, around 26 or 36, around then. Now, if something similar was to happen in Iran, it's not going to be 6 million people who seek refuge. It's going to be maybe even 20 million. And I'm sure they're not going to go to Lebanon. They're not going to go to Iraq. They're not going to go to Syria. They're not going to go to Israel. They're going to go to Australia, maybe. They're going to go to Germany. They're going to go to Great Britain. They're going to go to France. Because that's, when you look at, you don't even have to look far away. We just look at the last 10 years. Where do they usually go? So that's why I'm on the edge in calling and making my, in dedicating our channel into pushing for, pushing for chaos, in over there, because I know we also gonna feel the pain. That's why I'm on the edge. So when I see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of independent journalists calling for Iranians to go out there and, with all means necessary, I see as like, I'm like, okay, bro, do you know what you're calling for? Because all these people will come here. But yeah, that's my point with Iran. All right, but we're gonna keep it light for tonight. We're gonna keep it super light for tonight. Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I wish Happy New Year to the Iranian people as well. They're fighting hard. Stay out there through the struggle. I think you're gonna come out victorious, regardless how long it takes. You guys deserve it. You've been fighting. You've been under oppression for a very long. Finally, you guys are rising up. So finally, you guys are rising up. All right, folks. Happy New Year, folks. We made it. That was a good 1 hour stream. I think we're probably going to end it here. Do you guys have any questions? What would you like me to? Happy New Year, folks. Oh, God. Okay. So much up there. The chat's going. I can't even see the chat. So much to catch up to. Keep it light. You look sharp, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you, bud. Thank you so much, bro. I'll keep it light. I always keep it light. I mean, we're keeping it light today. There's a lot of shit bugging away in Turkey. Yeah, there is a lot of shit in the Middle East, in Turkey, everywhere now. Yep, they're coming here, arranged by the Islamist Zionist Brotherhood, Islamic Zionist Brotherhood. I don't know, folks. I'm not sure. Maybe I might look into that. Who's arranging this? But yeah, if something happens in the Middle East, they always come here. Look at Gaza. Look at this. Gaza. Settlement. They fight with Israel. Then Israel wants them out. Then they come over here. It's like, oh God. It's like what? But then I see a lot of patriots supporting the fight. It's like, bro, what do you mean you're supporting the fight? Because so somebody says, please, Barack, interview Gary Waterman. Who's Gary Waterman? So let's search Gary Waterman. All right, 2 seconds. Gary Waterman. Ex-policeman Gary Waterman realized how deep this goes. Oh, he's an ex-police officer. All right, cool. Gary Waterman. Yeah, Gary Waterman. All right, cool. I'll look at that. I'll look at it. Happy New Year. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Happy New Year too. Happy New Year, Barack, and everybody. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too, bro. Thank you. Happy New Year, England. We are taking our country back. Irish flag. That's right. Happy New Year from England. Happy New Year to you, Irishman. Also interviewed Desire Flexler. Okay, who's Desire? Okay, let me search up these people. I mean, if you have a lot of people that you want me to interview, just email me. Just email me. Who's this person? Veteran banker, ex ESG insider. Oh, ESG insider. I would want to know about that. Yeah, that's crazy. How should insider? Yeah, I want to know about the fraud, the discrimination that took place to be an SCG insider. I mean, it's crazy. The ESG. I don't know why they come up with these discriminatory institutions or regulations. I mean, it's freaking insane. It's freaking insane how they do it. But folks, we're trying to grow this channel. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Ring the bell for victory. Ring the bell for victory. Let's see. Let's look at the bell. Where is the bell? Where is the bell? All right, that's it. We got the bell. We got the bell. Let's ring the bell. Ring the bell for victory. All right, one more ring. We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. Thank you so much. We are winning. We are winning. We're gonna win this year. We're gonna win next year. After this, we're just gonna win this year. We're just gonna go through it. Any obstacle, we're just gonna carry it with us. That's how fast we're going. We won't have time to move it, mentally with it, fight around it, or maybe pick it up and have fun with it, be distracted with it. No, we're gonna just go straight. We're gonna be like a train, those speedy, fast trains in Japan or China. We're like, phew, whoever's on the way, we're taking them with us. So yeah, we're gonna be like a windmill. When birds are around it, we're just gonna spin it. All right, that sounds very bad. Okay, cool. Windmill actually kill a lot of birds, So I do have a lot of concern on that, and windmill don't even create that much energy. I mean, windmill are good. They're good. They're good. But we're gonna go fast this year. So I want to wish you guys Happy New Year. This year, starting from the 2nd. Today, I'm gonna take a break. But the team will chop this thing up and post it, but I'm not going to do anything else today. I'm going to go sleep. Actually, I'm going to call my parents. I'm going to go sleep. I hope they're awake. I'm going to go sleep and go chill over there. I'm going to go chill with the kids tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be it's going to be fun chilling with the kids the whole day. Then tomorrow, we're going to be back with a regular episode. We're going to announce what time we'll be going live every single day. We'll be going live Monday to Saturday. Saturday, I'm either going to be outside debating people, change my mind, or I'm going to be in the house, at home, live streaming to you guys and reporting to you guys. So tune into that. So So Monday to Saturday, we're gonna be live streaming. We got a timer. We got a time that we'll be going live, but I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. And then yeah. Somebody asked, you have kids? No, I don't have kids. No. No, I don't have kids. Yeah, I want to have kids, but I don't have kids. I'm gonna go spend time with my sister's kids. I'm going back to my house, to my mom's house, so everybody will be there. My sister's kids, my brother's kids, everybody will be there. So I'm basically going back to chill with the kids. It's good. I'm good with the kids. I like the kids. They're really fun to spend time with. They ask a lot of questions, and I like that. They're curious. They remind me to stay curious, and that's good. You know. Yeah, the kids. You see, one thing I noticed about kids is that when you remove, Baraka's running a day. Oh God, Barack runs a daycare center. That's right. That is funny. That is the best comment right now. Yeah, I'm 24. Don't have kids. I want to have kids, but I don't have kids. But when you're what I was talking about kids, they remind you to stay curious. Especially kids who do not have phones. If you give your kid a phone, that's it. You have lost them. You've basically lost them. They've lost you. If you give your kid a phone, and obviously it depends what age. If they're 18, obviously you can give them a phone. It's fine. But if they're like I think a kid shouldn't have a phone until the age of 13, and that is if they need to go outside. If they go to high school, somehow they get to the high school, you don't drive them to school and you're worried about them and you would like them to have a phone so they can call you back home. They can call you. Then it makes sense. But if you drive them to school and you take care of them and you drop them off and you do all these things, they shouldn't have a phone. Why? For what? To be on Snapchat? That's a sexualized place. You know what Snapchat really is? Snapchat is basically only fun for with our subscription. That's literally where it is, Snapchat. There's no way you want your kids to have that. It's a crazy app. I don't have Snapchat. I deleted Snapchat long time ago. Don't have it. Don't play around it. It destroys you hard. Especially for guys. There's endless girls on Snapchat. It's fucking so much distraction. So you do not want your kids to have a phone, but when they don't have a phone, I love obviously the kids I'll be seeing, my nieces, my nephews, they don't have a phone, so they are always curious, they are always learning, they're always reading, and every time when I have a gift for them, it's always books. I do not want to give them anything that would destroy them. I always give them books. So But yeah, thank you so much. I don't, you guys know more than me, so I do not want to lecture you about kids. I'm only 24. I don't have a kid. I've never had a kid, so I can't really tell you how to parent. I'm sure you guys. Somebody says kids need PS6. Really, bro? You think kids need PS6? All right, maybe I was wrong about you guys knowing how to parent. Well, you say kids need PS6? What? So they can just play games all day? Just play games, Fortnite, and do all the crazy stuff. I mean, I get it. All right, let them have fun. But I think when you put them in front of TV, if you put a kid in front of TV, if you put a kid in front of the phone, you've lost them. They've lost you. They've lost the world. I think kids should be outside. They should be outside. They should be riding. They should be fighting with each other. I want to put if I have a kid, a young boy, here's what I'll do to him. Obviously. I'll take him out. Let's say I have like a 4-year-old boy, maybe 5-year-old boy. All right, let's say 5-year-old boy. I'll take him out to the park, let him play with, make friends, get in a fight, play football, all these things. Make him tired outside through all the activities we'll do. He's gonna learn how to interact with others, not playing game. And learn how to interact with robots, with avatars, and learn how to create avatar and just have fun. I want him to be outside talking to people. I want him to be outside talking to other kids. I would want him to spend time with older folks, so they can understand how to have a conversation, how to maintain conversation for very long. Because I tend to see that older folks, so boomers, they tend to hold a conversation for very long. So if I had a 5-year-old, I'll probably he's gonna bounce around, play with kids his size, and play with people older than him, so he can learn and see more and hear more and understand how the world really is. But I wouldn't put him on the PS4, definitely not. I probably won't even have a TV in my house. I have a TV, but I never really turn it on. Yeah. He's definitely gonna play football. Yep. He's gonna play for City, for sure. He's gonna win a Ballon d'Or for sure. Imagine I have all these goals over my son. My daughter, I don't know. The wife would deal with it. We'll deal with her. But I think I also have a plan for my daughter. My daughter, actually, I'll be really good with daughters, because I'm really good with my nieces. They love me to bits. They love me so much. I come in, they're always running all over me. They're like, "Hey, uncle is beautiful." So if I have a daughter, they're gonna be book street smart. No guy will ever play with my daughter, because the daughter will understand the game. She'll understand how to not be manipulated by any guy on the street. She's gonna be book smart. She's gonna be street smart. She's gonna be smart in all aspects of life. And I hope she just do me well. I hope she goes out there and do me well. When she gets married, I hope she'll be married to a good guy. For sure, I'm gonna make sure of that. Yeah. And I can't really talk much, but my son, I kind of have like a blueprint. All right, folks, that's me rambling around. But I think this is what would you guys do? All right, folks. All right, too much rambling, and the chat is just PS4, no, PS5 or PS6 or PC games. Yeah, bro, really? Why do you want them to play games? Why do you want them to play games? I just don't know why you would want them to play a game. Don't know. Did somebody say 10p in the meter? What do you mean? Do you mean the meter that the heat? Really? Somebody says, do you think Jake Paul hired agent AK-47 because he lost the fight? No, really? No. What? There's no way I would think that the Nigerian situation with Tice, sorry, with Anthony Joshua. I don't. What, Jake? I don't know. That's like that is so far. That is far-fetched. That was a crash. It was a crazy crash. This is the problem with Africa, yeah? This is the problem. All right, folks. I don't want to go around stories and stuff, but there was a truck parked in the motorway. Imagine, a truck is parked in the motorway. This is Africa, folks. This is freaking Africa, man. This is what is freaking insane. What sort of IQ you have for you to think, all right, I'm gonna park my truck in the motorway where people are driving 70 miles per hour, where some people are driving 90, 100 miles per hour, and you're saying, hey, I'm gonna park my truck here. I mean, this is all like, I don't want to swear here. I don't want to use some, I don't want to use faulty language here, but this is some retarded shit. It is. It is. It actually is. But there's no way you'd want to park your car in a motorway. And then obviously you get, there was 5 people in the car. There was 5 people in the car, in Anthony Joshua's car. His security car was behind him. So his boy And there was obviously there was 2 cars. One was his boy, him, and his couple friends and his driver. His 2 friends and his driver. So there was 4 people in that car. So his 2 friends who died, who passed away, and his driver and himself, right? And then obviously there was another car behind of obviously their security guard was following them. Now, the driver wanted to overtake somebody. And of course, obviously you're overtaking and there's a freaking truck being parked in the motorway. This is Africa for you, bro. A truck is parked in the motorway. Never mind. We complain about trucks being parked in a double yellow line here in the UK. No, in Africa, they're parking in the, in the motorway, bro. So of course they they tried to do they tried to overtake a car that was in front of them, and obviously by doing that they crash hard on the truck, and that resulted in 2 people dying and Anthony Joshua being heavily injured, and I think he's been discharged now from the hospital. He's out now, but yeah, this is it, folks. This is how sad it is over there. This is how sad it is in Africa, bro. And they make so much money. They make so much money from BP with petroleum oil. They make so much money in the natural resources. They make so much money trading, but they can't fucking get their road side. There's no fucking road sign. There's not even fucking street lights. There's no fucking what is it? Speed camera. There's not even speed camera there. So what the fuck are they gonna investigate? We're investigating. What the fuck are you gonna investigate? You're gonna investigate what? And apparently the driver who parked the truck has run away. This is Africa, folks. The driver who parked the truck has run away. The country is so corrupt, man. All the African countries are so corrupt. It's really sad. I think all Africans should just, I don't know, they should rise up. They should rise up, or maybe just think very careful before electing these guys, because all these presidents, all these leaders in African countries, they're fucking rich as fuck, and their country is poor. They make deal with China. They're like, hey China, take this flipping thing for my country. Come here and restrict resource. Take everything, give us £3 billion, $3 billion or $3 billion, whatever countries they're using. We're gonna invest into schools, roads, university, and all these things. Then China gives them £3 billion, or whichever country does. China takes the minerals. China takes whatever needs to be taken, whatever the deal is. The school never gets built, but the money was transferred. This is Congo. This is the situation with Congo. They made a deal with China. China sent them £3 billion to build roads, infrastructure, to invest into infrastructure, school, and medicine, and hospitals and stuff. So China sent them that, and in results, China was to take resources. And guess what? China did the thing. They took their part, as they always do, right? £3 billion. Where do you think it went? But after they did the investigation, they found out that some of the money that China sent went to the president's, brother-in-law. What the fuck? How's up? This is how corrupt some African countries really are. It's freaking insane. This is the Congo deal with China in 2000. I think they made this deal in 2007 with China. It's fucking insane how the money end up in the president's brother-in-law. I mean, the corruption is not. Oh God! Imagine. Wow. So I don't know how the African, I don't know how the African citizens are just sitting there, just waiting and just hoping things to get better, bro. It's the same. It's the freaking same, and I think this is what's happening in the UK. I mean, it's happening in a lot of Western countries. Look at Minnesota, bro. Look at Minnesota, bro. Oh my God, that's the same. That's what's happening in Minnesota, bro. The Somalians, they Oh, it's just pure fraud. All right. That's crazy. Every time when we send foreign aid, where do you think it goes, bro? Foreign aid goes to some random stuff, bro. I'll probably, if I was to sit here and say all the money that's been sent to Africa, bro, if these guys had, if the money was actually spent in what the check said it was going to, bro, these guys will be doing crazy, it'll be great stuff. Look at Singapore. Singapore is like, if you look at Singapore, how it was in 2001, but the shit was nothing. There was nothing there. But look at it now. Singapore is fucking nice. Japan is really beautiful. And by the way, these guys, they don't have shit. They don't even have natural resources. Japan don't have they don't have nothing. They have no, if they dig right now in Japan, they'll find nothing. But guess what? They're able to invest through trade, through all these good stuff that they produce, through businesses. Governments is investing in all these businesses, making them grow, building skyscrapers, infrastructures, school, everything. It's beautiful there. And they're not relying on migrants coming in. They're not saying, hey, send some Nigerians here for our nurses. They're not saying, hey, send some Indians here for our doctors. No, that's Japan. They're just fully just working, investing in themselves and investing in their country. And look at where they are now. Look at the GDP. Wow. Way better than ours, the United Kingdom. But in Africa, they have all these things, natural resources, they have all this stuff, and then they get foreign aid, and then nothing happens. Still the same. And by the way, Nigeria is meant to be one of the highest, in the list of most developed country in Africa. It's still a third world, but it's like most advanced than other countries. But somehow they don't have some basic rules to tell people, hey, don't park your truck in a motorway. It's finished, folks. It's fucking finished, folks. But thank you so much for tuning in today. There's a lot of great stuff happening next year. So I hope you guys are ready for it. It's gonna be huge. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Last thing before I end the stream, I want to talk to you about. I made a poll here. I made a poll here on this channel earlier on today, and I asked you guys if you guys are in favor of us creating a Britain first movement, like proper, not foreign type of, where we're like all these overall movement that we've seen, where most of them are like pushing some a lot of agendas that are not really Britain first. They're all just becoming a joke. So this is the poll I made. I asked you guys if we should create a real Britain first movement here in the United Kingdom, like proper, where we make demands and we make sure we find a politician that can make that happen, and we won't vote them in unless they sign the document saying this is what you want, this is what we're gonna do. So I made this poll. This is obviously just dying. It wasn't an idea. We can create this. If you guys want, we can do it. And it's not gonna be a protest led. It's not just gonna be a protest thing where we do protest for fun and we just want to have fun. We want to go and play music and we talk and no. It's gonna be something that will be there to bring change. We'll be there purely for change, not for fancy protest and pictures and guests and it seems like a joke because nowadays everybody is just doing protest and protest and protest. It makes no difference. Now all the protest. Have you noticed that it's no protest anymore? It's festival. It's like we go there and we just dance, music, speak, all right, we speak, then we go back home. Nothing changed. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, there's something about it when we do all these, the protests that I go to. It's like, all right, let's go to a protest. Huge number of people come, whichever protest it is, and there's like hundreds of people there. Everybody's speaking, then we all go home, and I think the politicians they are happy for that. They are happy the fact that people go protest and it does nothing. Do you honestly think Keir Starmer sits there hearing about a new protest and is like, oh shit, man, this is gonna be the end of me. Oh no, shit, they're gonna protest. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh my god, I have to figure out something. Oh, let me announce something to the guys. Fuck. Oh, I'm not gonna come outside. Do you think Keir Starmer does that when somebody announces a new protest? Fuck no. Keir Starmer is probably sitting there thinking, oh, they're gonna go play music again. That's literally what it is now. And I feel like something needs to be done. There needs to be like a serious, group or movement that call for change, not just go out and play music, go out and dance. But yeah, it's good to go out there and wave the flags and do the stuff, it's happy time, we can get together and stuff. But it doesn't really bring any sort of concrete change. It doesn't really bring change, like real proper change. So what do you guys think? Should we have Britain first type, where it's just purely Britain first, no foreign flags, no pro-Palestinian flags, not any other not any other flag, just the British flag, just that? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Yes or no? So let me. Yes or no? I'll just put a poll here. Yes or no? I mean, I won't have to lead it. I'll probably just talk to Roland, the guy who leads what's the thing again? The British Great Strike. We had him on a show. I can just talk to him. Maybe we can get something together. And see what you guys want to do. And obviously, yeah. Yeah, Britain. Somebody says Britain First is association with Paul Gordon. What is Paul Gordon doing, folks? What has he done that brought change? He's been around for 20 years, but what has he really done? What has he really done? Somebody else says, I think you need a different name than Britain First. Yeah, it will definitely be a different. I don't know, but you need something real. Paul Gordon hasn't done anything. It's a protest movement. All he does is just those protests and post random stuff on Twitter. That's it. That's not change. That's not change, folks. Change is to be able to go out there and talk to the people in charge. That is change. Change is to go out there and get Ben Habib on a call, just like many people can. All right, maybe I'm just bragging here. I don't mean to be hubris here. Change is where you can actually hold leaders to the fire and be like, hey, you're doing this because you signed this document and you said you was going to do it. That is when you're pushing for change. But if you're just going out there, tweeting here and tweeting there, well, yeah, it's good for making the public aware of the situation. But does it really bring any change? Like Minnesota. Nick Shirley went out there and brought this it brought this Somali fraud to light. That's great. But change has to be done. They need to be arrested. People need to be arrested. The shops needs to be closed. And all these things that needs to take place to make sure it doesn't happen again. That is change. But if Trump doesn't arrest anybody, well, no change. If Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is not arrested, that is no change. Is Ilhan Omar? If Ilhan Omar, the Somalian congresswoman, if she's not arrested for being, or deported, well, that's not change. Nothing changes, because that means the fraud is just taking place. Maybe it's not. It maybe might not take place in Minnesota anymore, but it will continue to take place in other states, which I believe are. So yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think. If it's yes, we go ahead. And it's not, I'm not saying I'm going to be out there leading the movement. I think I got a lot of things in my hand, but this is something that's close to me, important. So I can always get people in charge. I can always arrange some things, and these people will be accountable to you. Obviously, you sign up, no cost, nothing. And we can have like a couple meetings, and we can go back and forth and decide what we want, and we can come up with a mandate and be like, hey, all right, cool, this is it. We want this, all right, we need this. All right, let's find a politician who can do that. And some of you guys are saying Ben Habib is the one. I don't know, folks. Advance UK is really new. I don't even know their first policy. They don't even have a policy yet. And obviously, I know most of the people who are in the party are really good people. I don't want to punch them or anything. I don't want to, attack them or anything. But I think is you can't just see a new thing and jump on it straight away. That's what happened to reform when reform came to its emergency. Everybody jumped on and said, hey, this is the one. And then what happened now? Everybody's like, oh, this is not the one. Well, we jumped on too quick. We didn't even know who was leading it. Now we're figuring out, oh, Nigel Farage is not the one. Or there's, Zia Yusuf. All these new people. All these new Tory MPs who are joining, Tory councillors who are joining. We don't know them. They're just joining. It's basically the same. It's basically the same as Tories. They're receiving all these big funding. Who's funding them? All these questions need to be asked, because you have to know whoever funds the politicians is the one basically dictating what they will do when in charge. Do you know what I mean? We just vote. But whoever funds is the actual person who's getting what they want. Believe it or not. Though the people who donate big millions of dollars or pounds are the ones who dictate what the politicians do. And that is a fact. So you might go out there and be like, oh, I'm voting for Nigel Farage. Really? No, you are helping the billionaire in getting Nigel Farage in. Because the billionaires will create a super PAC and send a couple £1 million to Nigel, and Nigel, boom, is in. And you're thinking, yeah, I voted for this guy. Really? Did you actually vote for him, or you just help the billionaire get what he wants? And this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. We are like sheeps, right? And not to disrespect you and I, but we are like sheeps. And we're sitting here and we see, a lot of sheeps around us. But there's a wolf in sheep's clothing around us. But we don't know who he is. And now we're deciding who's the real sheep and who's the wolf and who should we kill. And we always pick the wrong person, and we always, choose the wrong person to lead us. And it happens to always be the wolf. And, he doesn't spare any of us. It doesn't spare. It kicks us. It discards us. It hurts us. And quite literally, it actually takes deadly action towards us. And we can look at all the terrorist attack that's taking place. That could account to their decision that the leaders make. And, we can always blame the leaders, of course, because they are the one in charge. Why did they not stop the ones that, the people who we've lost? You know, those three beautiful babies from Southport, they didn't get to see the light. I'm sure those girls would love to see the lights today. New Year's, they didn't get to do that. They didn't get to do that in 2024. They didn't get to do that in 2025. So yeah. So this is important. This is important. So I don't know. I might talk to Tommy and see what he thinks. But then again, it's like, you know, if I speak to Tommy, he has his movement. It might make sense just to join it. But then we just want Britain first, like just Britain first. We don't want this, we don't want all these foreign flag over here. We don't want this thing here. We don't want this. Oh, include him. He's my friend, but he's bringing his own country's flag. No. All right, is your friend, come in, but leave that flag outside. Take this one. All right, what's this flag? This is the Sunderland flag. This is the Wales flag. This is the Scottish flag. You just take that. You come in with that. Leave your foreign flag away. Oh, you're black. Where you from? From Nigeria. Oh, what's that flag? That's a Nigerian flag. Leave it out. Bring your British flag. Only Britain first. You know. Oh, where you from? Oh, I'm Israel. No. Leave that flag out. Get your British flag. Where you from? You know, this is the idea. Just Britain first. Just Britain first. Nothing else. And you guys have voted. 99% said yes. And 1% said, no, that is racist. Why would you put Britain first? That's racist. One person said. Oh, God. All right, cool. If that is where we are, if that is where we stand, then I guess we will see what we'll do, and we'll talk to some people. And all right, folks. Happy New Year. Happy New Year for sure. I got a lot of things to do. Damn it. Happy New Year, folks. I'll leave you to that. Sleep well. Take care of yourself this year. Make sure you put yourself first. Put yourself first. Support people who support you. And that's it. Nothing else, nothing more. Just protect the things that matter to you. If that is your country, don't, enough reactionary politics, enough reactionary speaking points, enough. We have to take more preemptive attacks and mean politically non-violence. We have to preempt everything, and we have to do it carefully. And we have to measure it with so much precision. We can't miss. Because everything is moving so fast in politics today. Things are changing so fast. So if we miss our time, that's it. It's gone. But I'll leave you without further ado. Thank you so much for watching. Hand to the head salute. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Enjoy the year. 1st of January. Go kill it. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll, maybe you can update me what you've done so far. Maybe you're going to come tomorrow and tell me that you've completed your goal. Something that I would want to hear. But thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your day.
They tried to erase the signal. They pulled the plug, demonetized, censored, shadow banned. That's what they did to us. But the truth, my friend, will always find the frequency. I call this Operation Airwave Liberation, because I'm not just back, I'm broadcasting from ruined. But this time, the airwaves is mine. And this time, it's uncensored. I watched them strip everything that we built. No warning, no explanation, silence, just taking everything away. 300 plus videos, deleted, all gone. And if you think this is about community guidelines, you've not been paying attention. This is a war. This is a digital gulag dressed in a terms of service type of way. They want us gone because we're saying things that they don't like. Maybe we're asking questions because we're curious. They don't like the questions we're asking. Or maybe we refuse to play nice. in this echo chamber that we're in. They first hit me with the algorithm, the video's not getting enough views. Then they hit me with the monetization, well, no money for you. But guess what? They forgot to hit my will. They thought that'll be enough, it's gonna cave and it's gonna run away. But guess what I did? I rebuilt, I rewired, I learned the game behind the curtains and see how they operate. I'm not just back. We're launching Operation Airwave Liberation. No filters, no masters, just signals. The signal they tried to block, but this time is very strong. The wind can't even penetrate through this. This, my friend, isn't just about me. It's about all of us. Every single voice that's been cancelled, clipped and used in the wrong way by the media. From now on moving forward, I'm not just creating content anymore. I'm sorry. I'm building a resistance. On camera, off grid, and above the algorithm. And if you are watching this, you are the resistance. This channel isn't just a platform. This is a broadcast tower for the truth. I'm glad I'm back.